In this video, let us understand how to make inventory management project. So which covers product details, purchase, sales, stock, and then reports. So inventory basically stock report. So whatever you purchase and then whatever you have sold, the difference is the stock and we're supposed to get the stock. So let's understand how we can do this in this project. First, let us understand the concept. What are the things we need to add here? How do we do this? What are the steps you need to follow? So, in order to make it as a project, we should have at least 10 to 15 forms for a mini project or a database project. So, in order to make it 15 forms, we need to plan what are the forms we need to design. But anyway, the major aim of this project is to get the stock report. Whatever is sold, whatever is purchased, the difference is the stock, so that we need to get. So now to get this, so we start with the welcome screen or flash screen. Then you can have a login form. So login form is to log into the project. So next is we have a MDA parent. So MDA form stand for multiple document interface. So where you can have a menu strip. So via menu we can navigate to rest of the forms. Now product is important because purchase and sales based on the product. When you have a product, we can create one more card as a category, because when there are so many products, better to categorize them into category. And also you can make them as a group. Assume that you have 100,000 product. So one is based on category, other one is a group. So category group you can call as a vertical and horizontal. So now let's say category is, if we assume this we are selling computer space, so we can say processor is a one category. Processor is a one category, RAM is another category, then motherboard is another category. But then what is a group? So group is a vertical. Now these are horizontal. Okay, so this is horizontal. Now when you say vertical, here you can say basic price or less price. So when you say less price, processor which are comes under less price will go to this particular group. Then you can say mid price. Then you can say high price. High price means very costly, higher end boards. So therefore, even the processor which are very less, they will come to less price. Therefore, searching will be very easier. Now you can search based on the group or based on category. We can do the searching. So when it says processors, it will give all the processors, but I want only less price processors. That time it will only show the less price processors. For that we can group it. So therefore, this is the group and the one is category. So both will be reflected in the product details. After that, we can have a supplier. Supplier is the one actually who will supply the material to us. Next is a customer. Customer is the one who we are going to supply them. So we send the product to the supplier. He'll buy the product from us. So next we have a purchase. So we are purchasing from the supplier. Then you can have a sales. We are selling to customer. Based on that, we'll have stock. So stock is very important. So what are the product you search? You should give the correct stock. So based on that, we can have a sales report and the purchase report. These are the reports actually. So now, so inventory management is a stock system where it covers sales and purchase, and the difference is the stock. So we need to get the stock, proper stock of the product. That is what actually the inventory management. So inventory management. Now let us understand how do we do this in VB. I'll just show all the design. Then the same project you can write it in VB.NET, or you can also write it in C Sharp. You can write it in Java. You can write it in Python also. So which of the language you can try to build this application using any of these languages. Now we'll move on. Fine. So here we are Visual Studio 2019, and here are the forms. This is the forms which are using in this particular project. So here is the welcome screen, and here we have a picture. We can change this picture easily. We can redesign the different picture and then we can link the picture to the picture box. So before getting into that, first let us look at the tables. Okay, what are the tables are required? Now what are the points we discussed? For everything there should be a corresponding table. So there is a user login table to login, category table to store the category details, group table to store the group details, unit table to store the units actually. So if you measuring in the multiple units, so then it's useful. This is to store the customer detail. There is a customer table. Next you have product table. So you can see category name is reflected over here. Next is supplier table. So this is a supplier table from whom you are buying the products. They are the supplier. There are two SCA main and SCA detail. These were both purchase and sales. So here we take one called the B type. So B type 1 means we can treat purchase, 2 means sales. So here are the basic entries will go to main table, product details will go to detail table. When you talk about the product, this is the item code, rate, quantity, tax amount and the total amount. So if you have 5 items in a one bill, all the 5 rows is created in SA detail and one row will created in the SA main. Because SA main will have a party code, reference number and the total amount. So these are the tables which are required in this particular project. All this we need to create in a SQL server. So now to create an SQL server, we have to go to SQL server, data connections. There you need to select add connection and then you have to go to browse, select the bin folder and the debug folder and we have already have the database. If not there, you can give the name here. We can type the inventory management data.mdf and then click open. You'll go to create the new database. Now anyway is already there, so I'll open the existing one. Now you expand this, you go to table, you can see that all the tables are there here also. So this is the product table, so here is the product details, SCA main and the SCA detail. So these are the columns which are there in the table. Right. Now when you come to this side, these are the forms actually. So let's say customer form. Then you can see there is a supplier form. So here is a supplier detail and this is a form. And this is the purchase form. Then we have a sales form. Then stock report. So this will give the stock. So all the forms are in gray color, but if you want to change the color, you can always change. So if you go to properties, there is a back color property. So here is a back color. So you have to go to back color and then you can choose the color which we want. Fine. So now let us run the project and let us understand the whole concept, how the whole project works. So let's start with the inventory management, the welcome screen. Here is a welcome screen. Then we'll get the login form. So we can log in with the login form. So when you go to master entries, here you can see customer entry. So we already have one customer, design info. So to enter the new one, click new button, you have to fill all the details, then you have to save. Then we have supplier entry. So there is one supplier already there. So you want more suppliers, you have to click new and then you have to enter all the data and then you have to save. So next is a category. So here is a CPU, that is a processor. And group, low price as I told already, one we created. When you go to product details, so here you can enter the new product. Okay. So let's say Intel i7. Right. So this is Intel i7 processor. Now here is a category. So because we have entered only one category in the category form, so therefore only one is there here. Group. So group also we enter there one, so therefore only one will come here also. So if we have mid price, we gotta select the mid price, but that is not there. Therefore I selected this only. Unit numbers. Then the purchase price. So it will cost 22,000 for us, and we would like to sell it at 26,000. And this will attract 18% of interest. Sorry, tax. So now we have two products, Intel i5 and then Intel i7. Next is the purchase entry. You have to go to purchase entry here. So bill number is one we receive the bill. So that number you have to enter here. And here is a supplier code. And here is item code. Okay. Let's say I5. So we'll buy 10 quantity. Add, save. So okay, this error is due to date. So here date has to be formatted to DDMMM YOY format. That is not done earlier. So therefore I'll check the cursor back over there on the top. From here again I'll execute this. So now it's saved. Now we save the record and we have purchased 10 quantity. Now if you go to stock report and if you click on the I5, so there is a 10 stock here. Now we go to sales, we'll sell this product to some customer. So this is a design info. So this is I5. So the price will come here. So and here is the two quantity. Right. So when you click add, the two product is added. Now if you save, so the record is saved. So here also date actually. So now I formatted, now it's saved. So two quantity we sold. So therefore this is the design info. Now we come to the stock report and if you select the product, so 10, 2 sold and 8 is the balance. That is what very important. Then reports, you have purchase report. You can see the purchase report here. Then you can say sales report. You can able to see the sales report. Right. So all this working fine. So it's only one error it's showing is the date format. It is done now. So it's working fine. So you need to take care that everywhere there should not be any error and the whole thing should work perfectly fine. Now we can come back to the table. You can see that this is a SA main. So if I show the table data, what are the entries are done now? So it will be shown over here. Like so 10 and 11. So these two are the entries we done now. So that is available over here. And if you go to product and right click and say show table data, so there are two products are there here, Intel i5, Intel i7. So all the details are there here. So therefore what are the entries are done, it is available in the tables. Now let us understand the coding actually. How do we write the code? So if you go to login form and click OK, first we need to go to module. In the module, we need to import SQL.data.SQL client. So this we are importing every form because everywhere we want to use the SQL client, that means SQL server. Therefore, you need to import this. Next, we need to declare a connection object, that is public connection as SQL connection, and here is the connection string. So we have separate video like how to get the connection string. Please watch that video. So we just to sorry, we suggest to go to our iBlix tutorials. You can search in YouTube or when you're watching video. So below that we have title and title you have to click. Then you have to click on videos. So you can get a lot of videos over here. We have huge number of project related videos. So when you are free, please watch the videos and then learn something from each video, because we'll explain one or the other concept in each video. So therefore you'll get the maximum benefit from the videos. This is definitely helpful for your job, because in order to get a job you require a good experience. Okay, so now here you can see that installation. If you're not yet installed Visual Studio, learn like how to install the Visual Studio. And below we have videos like how to create MDA form, child form. All is explained again step by step with the code, and how to create a login form, that is explained over here, and even connection string is shown here. So please watch this also. And then we have SQL server. So these two videos will help you to understand the SQL, because unless you don't know SQL, you can't write the insert statement, update statement, all like, because if you go to any of the pages, so I'll take a simple one, let's say category form. So if I take to the code, you can see that everywhere we have a statement. These are the SQL statement. Okay, this is a select statement. There is an insert statement. Again select statement. Okay, so delete statement. So all will be explained here. So because you will understand what is delete, insert, update, and all these things. First, learn these two important. Watch these videos and then learn thoroughly. Then these things will be very easy for you. Like easily you can understand all this concept, right? And also please subscribe to our channel. So here is a subscribe button. Subscription is free, so you don't need to pay anything for this. So click subscribe button, it will be subscribed. Only thing is you need to log in, okay? You need a Gmail account. So once you log in via Gmail account, then you can click subscribe, it will be subscribed. And then if you have any doubts or anything to ask, so please write it in the comment, and we'll get back to you. We'll reply that, and also we'll try to improve that, or we'll like different videos in the coming days. Hope you understand the concept now. So let's come back to Visual Studio. So here I'll show you like one form code. Here is the category form. So the two fields are required for this. So one is category name and category details, and here you can see this is a data grid view. So in order to get the data grid view, you can type data grid here. So here is the data grid view. This is the one we are to use in the form. Fine. So this is the data grid view, and this is the buttons, and here you have the buttons to save, modify, delete, all these buttons you need to design. Buttons you can keep wherever you want, there is no matter. But here we are design in the bottom, but we can always move them, no problem. And you can also change the background color very easily. To change the background color, you have to go to form properties, and there is a back color here, and then change the color, what color you want. Save this. So that is done. Now this you require a table, so therefore check it out. You have a category table here, and it will have the two fields. What are the data we enter? It should come to the category table. So how to send the data? So to send the data, you have to enter the data and then click save. Here is a save record. First we'll check whether you enter the something into text box 1 or not. If not, we'll ask you please enter necessary details. Otherwise you can say exactly please enter the category name. So here you can say please enter the category name. So therefore that is a direct and very meaningful. So therefore it's okay. So please enter the category name. Next thing is, if there is a category name, then we'll check whether this particular name is already present in the table or not. Because if it's already there, there is no point entering the one once again. So here you can see that CPU is already there. So we don't want to enter it again. So therefore we'll check, and we'll give the message it's already present, and then you say exit sub. We'll not execute the rest of the code. Next, we'll have a connection state open, connection close. So this statement is written because if the connection is already open, we can't open it again. We need to close that. So therefore we'll check whether the connection is open or closed. So if it's open, we'll close, then we'll open the connection. That means any transactions you need to do, that time you need to open the connection, and then immediately you have to close the connection. Then there not be heavy pressure on the server. So we are using two variables here, q1 var, q2 variable. So to make the complete statement, two variables are utilized, and they are combined together to make a single statement. So when you execute this cmd1.execute non-query, data will go to the table, and message box not needed, so therefore you can put the remark over there. Then we'll close the connection, and we can display the records. So when you say display, it should be displayed in the grid. Here it should be displayed. Further, this is the code. Select category details from that, and this is the code. We're going to display the data in the data grid. And when you click the double click on the data grid view, it should send back the data to the text box 1 and text box 2. So this select star from category table, category name, and then it will be there in the CMD0. From that we will transfer to D1, that is SQL data reader. If there is a row, we are transferring to text box 1 and text box 2. Then you can able to modify and then delete. So you want to modify, so in this case we'll ask, do you want to modify this record? This code will do the job. In case you would like to delete the record, so we'll use this code to delete the data from the category table, where category name is equal to pkvar. That means whatever the name you have selected, that we want to delete. So this is how the whole logic works throughout the project. Soon we'll explain you a few more projects. We'll write from the scratch. Keep watch our channel. This one is made ready, and then we are explained here, but we plan to do more projects, and we'll explain you in front of, but that will take a little long time, but you can still learn from them. So keep watching, keep learning, keep learn, and have a good time. Thank you very much.